Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a group of ants who worked tirelessly day and night to collect food for the winter. They knew that they needed to work together to gather enough food to survive the cold months ahead. One day, a lone ant named Solo decided that he didn't want to work with the other ants. He thought that he could collect enough food on his own, and that he didn't need the help of the others. So he set out on his own to collect food. Days turned into weeks, and Solo was still out there searching for food. He was exhausted, hungry, and had very little to show for his efforts. Meanwhile, the other ants had worked together to collect a massive pile of food, and they were all ready for the winter. One day, Solo stumbled upon the pile of food that the other ants had collected. He was amazed at the amount of food they had gathered and realized that he had made a big mistake by not working with them. He knew that he wouldn't be able to survive the winter on his own, so he went back to the other ants and asked for their help. The other ants were happy to help Solo, and they welcomed him back with open arms. They knew that they needed to work together to survive, and they were glad that Solo had realized this too. They all shared the food they had collected, and they worked together to build a warm shelter for the winter. As the cold months passed, the ants were warm, well-fed, and happy. They knew that they had survived the winter because they had worked together as a team. Solo learned an important lesson that day, that cooperation is essential for success and survival. From that day on, he worked alongside the other ants and never went off on his own again.